So when I opened my mission call, I saw the Congo. I was both excited and scared at the same time because I thought to myself, "Wait a minute! I think that's on the U.S. Do Not Fly list." So I went on the internet and looked, and it is. Like, I think Congo and Cameroon are both on the U.S. Do Not Fly list. But like, don't worry about it because I felt pretty safe. Like, there were some areas that were a little shiftier, and there's not a lot of like good lighting other than like the main roads or like downtown where it's nicer than there's street lights. But like in the people's neighborhoods, like they have their own lights, but it can get kind of dark. But your phone will have a light on it because that's how they build the phones. Like, there's a flashlight so you can walk around and be fine. But it gets, what's nice about where you are is it gets dark at the same time because it's right on the equator. So you always know when it's like time to go home. For us, we had to be back in the apartments at 7 p.m. for safety reasons because at night it does get a little crazy because people go out, they go out to drink, they go out to go party in like nightclubs, and that's when like as they call them, the bandits come out on their motorcycles. They come out and steal people's purses. They go out and mug people. They threaten people and extort them, whatever. So as long as you're inside by like right after nightfall, not before it gets a little too dark, then you're fine. And there's some areas that you just get a bad feeling about, and that's the Holy Spirit telling you like, don't come back here. So you don't. We never had a list of places not to go to, but if it just feels wrong, don't go back there because there's a lot of places and a lot of people you can talk to. You don't need to worry about it, especially if someone like threatens you. Just avoid that area. I had to do that a couple times. Food wise, be careful of the meat you eat. Like, ask them where it's from. Most people, they'll get it au marché, but just clarify. And if it seems a little off or tastes a little weird, maybe you should stop. But they're pretty good about keeping their food clean. It sort of surprised me at first because they don't want like their kids to get sick. So if it's like maybe like a single person kind of in a sketchy area, maybe it might not be the best to eat that. If it's like rice, I go for it. It's hard to get rice bad. As for water, like I said, it's best to avoid drinking water from like spigots or wells. I didn't get sick, but I think I lucked out. If I'd recommend either just buying the water bottles that are in abundance, or while you're at the MTC, buy like a filtering water bottle and then bring that with you. I had one, I didn't use it, but I had other friends who did, and they said it's good. Let's see, when it comes to transport, don't take motorcycles. Really don't even think about it because there was one time we were on a moto, we ended up crashing. Luckily, no one was hurt. But that's because God was looking out for us. So don't even think about it. Not even if you're trying to meet like that golden investigator. It's like, oh, we'll take a moto. Just say, okay, you take a moto, we'll walk. Don't worry, we'll get there. Taxis are pretty safe. I never got in an accident. I've seen some accidents before with like the big trucks. But if your taxi driver's a little crazy, just get out, or you can just like sort of sternly tell them to like, hey, like watch it. If someone else already hasn't, because usually there's someone who will speak up and tell you to slow down if they're driving too crazy. Buses, those are fine. I took those. One thing you want to be wary of is there's certain people, they're not taxi drivers. This is illegal, what they do. They'll act as taxi drivers in their car. So it's the same exact thing. That you tell them where to go, and they'll take you there. I took those again. It's usually out on the edges of the outskirts of town where those are, like more toward the village. And I didn't have any problems with them ever. The people I took them from were actually pretty nicer than taxi men. But I know that it can cause problems. So talk to your mission president about that one. I did it. I don't know what the rules are now, so be careful. I got sick, like majorly sick. I got like colds, just normally. But I got food poisoning once. And that was like the one major sickness I had. It was pretty awful, I won't lie. So what I just did was I avoided eating that food ever again. And luckily I never had it presented to me again, which was a nice little tender mercy from the Lord because that's a very popular food and I never had to eat it again. But food poisoning is probably that one happened a lot. One that happens among people a lot. It happened among some missionaries. I didn't get it, luckily. Malaria. You get malaria pills. You're supposed to take every day. like take them. Actually, if you don't take them, like you're gonna have a bad time. I know some people who thought they were hardcore and didn't take them. They didn't get malaria. I know some people who thought they were strong, stopped taking them, and then got malaria a week later. So just take it. It's fine. Just take it. To prevent most things, I'd recommend bringing along like multivitamins, just like Walmart or Walgreens. Just go buy some. Buy like a 2-year supply. Just take one a day. That'll avoid a lot of sicknesses as well. Dehydration is a big thing. I did get dehydrated once. That was pretty awful. So just make sure like you carry a water bottle with you and drink it throughout the day. Don't be afraid to talk to your parent. Like, look, we need to buy a water bottle because they're like 300 francs, which is the equivalent of like 60 cents. So you'll be fine. As for like problems that could arise, like crime-wise, we did have some apartments that got broken into. The worst one was like I broke into while like they were there asleep. So just make sure like you lock the doors, because most places have like a gate and also the door. So just lock all the doors. Make sure the windows are locked. Most people won't go to too grand extremes to get in. Like, even though you don't give out your address publicly, everyone knows where the white guys live, because you just sort of live like in among the people. So you're just living in one of the houses. So it's kind of weird that these white guys in shirts and ties live in there. They assume that because you're white, you have money, so they might want to check out your house, take some stuff. So just keep your stuff in the house, keep it locked. We did have some problems. No, we didn't, but it could happen. I've heard of other people happening, like people getting mugged. If people do like ask you for stuff, don't carry a lot with you. I know the messenger bag is the new thing. So just have like the bare essentials, scriptures, pamphlets, white handbook. I also had like my hymn book and consecrated oil. I also carried my camera with me. Maybe a little risky. Did it anyway. But if someone's like, hey, give me your money, just do it. Just give them the money. Because they might have a knife, they might have a gun, they're probably a lot bigger than you, probably a lot stronger. Just give them. And then don't go back in that area, because if they see you again, they'll probably get you again and again and again and again. So just give them the money, get out of there, then call Mr. President. And if you can, I don't know if this would be feasible, find the police somewhere. They may or may not care, and if they're not close, they might be gone. So try to avoid that. Don't be flashing a lot of money. I'd recommend keeping your money, like, what we'd do is we'd make wallets, just like little, like maybe like this big. Usually if you take like your boarding pass from when you come, you fold it in half and wrap tape around it. You can keep it in your shirt pocket, so that way no one can pickpocket you. If a hand's coming at this, you know that you're going to see it coming. You can bat it away and get away. If people are like looking to fight, which this did happen, just calmly get away as fast as you can. Don't provoke them, because you might want to, because you're hot, you're tired of people like, I don't know, calling you out for being white. It can happen. Like, just check your at the door. Remember who you are. Remember who you're serving. Remember whose name is on your chest besides your own. And just get away from the situation and go sit down somewhere else. Take a break. Other than that, I'd say wear a seatbelt, but you don't wear seatbelts in the cars. So just hold on tight and pray that you don't get in a car accident. We haven't had any problems with that when I was there. And the speeds are slow enough that it wouldn't cause too much damage, I would think. Other than that, that's what I can think of safety-wise.